Let me ask you a question. Have you ever produced a beverage product and the quality or the shelf life just breaks and isn't as good as you thought it should be? Or are you trying to scale your production and your quality just keeps on breaking and is not consistent batch after batch? Well, let's solve this problem for you. In this short training, I'm going to show you the exact quality control system used by major beverage brands, major beverage companies to produce the highest quality beverages ever that are shelf stable and that are consistent in quality. This is the same system that I used in my time when I was working for Coca-Cola in the quality control department to produce high quality beverages batch after batch. Now here's the problem. Most beverage companies, almost beverage manufacturers, think their quality or shelf life issues stem from bad ingredients or not having a particular ingredient or not having preservatives, stabilizers, etc. They usually put it on one single thing as the cause of the quality or shelf life breakdown. But the truth is, most quality or shelf life failures happen because there is no end-to-end quality control system put in place. The beverage you produce is only as good as the system that produces it. There is a principle in life called garbage in, garbage out. If you put garbage into your system, then you'll always have garbage out. If you don't have a proper system to control your production process in that quality and shelf life is optimized, you'll always produce bad beverages. This is the truth. Without a system, your quality depends on luck. With a system, your quality becomes predictable, batch after batch. Now, let me show you the pillars every successful beverage manufacturer should have. Number one, raw material quality assurance. Everything starts with inputs. If the quality of your raw materials is inconsistent, then the quality of your final product will also be inconsistent and worse off, bad. So as a beverage manufacturer, you need to make sure that you have these put in place. Supplier standards, incoming inspection. Here you inspect the raw materials that come. They should be following the quality standards that you set in place for your production. You should have sensory, chemical and biological tests done on these raw materials to make sure that they pass, that they do not have pathogens that come in to spoil your beverage. They do not have residual chemicals, let's say on the surface of the fruits, that will destroy the quality of the beverage. You should have an acceptance and rejection criteria. You should know that if A is bad, then this is how we reject it. If B is good, then this is how we accept it and bring it into production. Without any of this, you're gambling the production of your beverage before even production begins. The second pillar is water treatment and water quality control. Your beverage product is only as good as the quality of the water that you use to make it. Most beverages contain anywhere from 70% to 90% water. If your water is non-treated and tested, nothing else matters. You might as well stop right there. So you need at least a basic water treatment setup, a water testing routine and water standards for each step of your production. Most shelf life issues stem from poor water quality. Number three is the quality control of your packaging. Packaging is directly ignored, yet it directly affects the leakage of your beverage, the contamination of your beverage, the shelf life of your beverage, microbial growth in your beverage, and customer perception. You need inspections and tests for every packaging material that you use to make sure that you're using the highest quality packaging material that will protect your beverage from spoilage when it is on the market or when it is being produced. Number four is the process control and HACCP. HACCP stands for Hazard Analysis and Critical Control Points. Now, this is the heart of quality control. You must have a full HACCP plan set up and ready to go within your production process. You must identify the hazards that will cause spoilage to your beverage or even harm to the final consumer. These hazards can be biological, like yeasts, bacteria, chemical, like chemicals from the surface of the fruits, or physical, like foreign matter, debris, cockroaches, insects that are going into our beverage while you're producing. You must set up critical control points. These are the points at which those hazards are mostly going to occur, and these are the points where you control the occurrence of those hazards. You either eliminate them fully or minimize their percentages or their ranges so that they are in the safe range. And in order to monitor these hazards, you need to set up in-process sampling and monitoring tests that sample the beverage to make sure that these hazards have actually been totally eliminated or been reduced into the safest range that is good for human consumption. This ensures hazards are eliminated and the product remains safe throughout the production process. The fifth pillar is having SOPs and production discipline. I need you to know that quality isn't what you expect, but quality is what you inspect. You need SOPs. SOPs is short for standard operating procedure. You need SOPs for mixing your beverage, for pasteurizing your beverage, for filling your beverage into bottles, for the sanitation of your production area, for personal hygiene of all the staff, the production staff that are working on the line producing the beverage, for the cleaning of the entire beverage machinery and equipment so that it is clean for the next batch and does not become a harboring place for microbes, spoilage microbes to grow in and spoil your beverage and cause harm to the final consumer. SOPs for how to handle equipment safely so that it does not damage the product and it does not cause harm to the production staff. So these standard operating procedures ensure that each production batch is made the same every single day and does not change. The sixth pillar is having a quality control laboratory set up within your production area. You cannot control what you cannot measure. Every beverage manufacturing facility needs at least a basic quality control laboratory to perform certain tests on your beverage product to make sure that it conforms to the quality standards that you set up. You need chemical tests, microbiological tests done, sensory tests to make sure that the taste and the color is still as per quality standards set for that particular product, a shelf life evaluation system within your laboratory, and overall having product standards set that are a guide for all these tests. So what these tests do is they test to make sure that the product is per the standards that you initially set up for your beverage product. This is where product consistency is verified. The seventh pillar is staff hygiene and GMP compliance. GMPs are good manufacturing practices. Even with the best equipment, your staff, the human component within your production process, can break the entire system. So you need to set up hygiene rules. You need to have personal protective equipment for your staff, health screening for your production staff, test them for food handlers diseases, dysentery, typhoid, that may pass on to the beverage and later end up harming the consumer. You need good manufacturing practices training within your entire staff so that they know what it means to produce a high quality beverage. In order to do that, you must follow good manufacturing practices. You need environmental hygiene checks to make sure that the environment in which you're producing your beverage in is clean and sanitized and is healthy to work in to produce that particular beverage. This prevents contamination of your beverage and keeps your plant audit ready. Now the problem is that most beverage manufacturers have one or two of these pieces, but they do not have all the 7 pillars combined and ready to work together. They check their ingredients but don't control the quality of their packaging. They have standard operating procedures but no HACCP. They test the finished product but they never test the raw materials. They treat the water but they never test it to make sure that it is suitable for production. This is why quality problems keep on coming back, because there is no end-to-end quality control system. A strong quality system removes guesswork and creates predictable, reliable production. As promised, I've given you all the 7 pillars that you need to put in place to produce the highest quality beverage. With these pillars, you eliminate things like short shelf life, inconsistent product quality, inconsistent taste and color, or the beverage separating after being produced or fermenting when it shouldn't be fermented. But ideally, I wouldn't advise you to do this on your own. Setting this up requires technical knowledge, a HACCP system design, process engineering and having a lab setup, SOP writing, staff training, and production monitoring. Most manufacturers simply don't have the time or expertise to build this system rightly. So if you are a serious beverage manufacturer that is tired of poor quality products or short shelf life products and wants to improve the quality of your beverage products, or you want to scale your production and quality has been failing but you want to scale properly and improve your quality, and you want this quality control system set up properly within your factory or your production facility, I offer a done-for-you setup and implementation service where I set up this full quality control system for you and help you implement it so that you produce the highest quality beverages ever. So if you are interested, just click on the button below to apply for a full quality control system setup for your particular beverage and for your particular production process.